Guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Several things to say, guys. As always, the market is moving, things are happening, and so let's jump into it. And here we are, guys, always keeping you updated, always with all the latest, because, again, the market is moving, many names, many opportunities, many stories, and so we jump into it today by starting with Casemiro. I released the video on Casemiro already in the recent days when I was talking also about Rodri, and I was telling you about Casemiro that the situation for the Brazilian midfielder is quite clear. Despite this sentiment, very clear sentiment from Manchester United fans who are always chanting his name, very happy with his performances, 7 goals this season for Casemiro, the most since he joined Manchester United and since he started playing in Premier League football. So Casemiro is doing fantastic. But today, Casemiro confirms to The Athletic that his decision is made. He will leave Manchester United in the summer. He will go as a free agent. He said, these are going to be my final games at Manchester United, then it's time to move on. I also wanted to clarify once again, Man United, from what I know, didn't ask officially Casemiro in the recent weeks, something like, okay, stay with us one more season, let's do Champions League together. They didn't. It's a mutual agreement between Casemiro and Man United. It's time to move on, for Casemiro to try something new, for Man United to save a big salary and reinvest on new midfielders. Again, could be 1, could be 2, but will be a busy summer of midfielders at Manchester United. And so Casemiro is going to leave the club. Then for Casemiro, the calls from the MLS are concrete, because there have been some calls from LA Galaxy, some calls from Inter Miami, some calls from several clubs. But at the moment, still nothing is advanced. Casemiro will have plenty of options. In Europe, in Saudi, they wanted Casemiro already 2 years ago, last summer, so they will be back to the table. And then in MLS. So it's going to be on Casemiro to decide what he wants to do next, where he wants to play next. You can understand that after the legendary career he had, Casemiro wants to take a decision on the sporting point of view, but also on the personal and familiar point of view. So he will take a decision together with his agency and together also, especially with his family. So let's wait for this, and then we will understand more. Also, many questions, guys, in the last 24 hours on a report coming from England on Mo Salah in negotiations to join Inter Miami. So to play next to Leo Messi, while today Inter Miami announced the Leo Messi stand. That's something special, because Leo Messi in the new stadium at Inter Miami will have the possibility to play, imagine, with the stand, Leo Messi stand, in the same stadium. So you have the player playing at the stadium with a stand named after him. So that's going to be incredible, and these links are for Mo Salah to join Inter Miami. My understanding in this case, guys, is that Inter Miami are not in negotiation to sign Mohamed Salah. So despite the reports, despite the stories, Inter Miami are not focusing their efforts on Mohamed Salah. Now get ready, because on Salah, after he announced that he will leave Liverpool, and remember that will be on a free, so Salah is officially under contract till June 2027, but we have to consider Salah as a free agent now, available on the market, because Liverpool will let him go for €0 transfer fee, so he's going to be available for any club interested. They just have to talk to Salah, not to Liverpool. That means that we will have a lot of reports, a lot of stories, but Mohamed Salah has not taken any decision. For sure, he's a dream target for Saudi. So I expect the Saudis, after 2 years, trying to sign Mo Salah, but finding it difficult also with Liverpool, not just on player side, the salary and all the rest. We have many reports about that. But on club side with Liverpool, it's always been difficult. Now, on Mohamed Salah, it's important to mention that from Saudi, they still dream of him. From Inter Miami, there is nothing true in the reports you maybe saw around. So that's the situation regarding Mohamed Salah. I also, guys, wanted to reply to other reports coming on Kvaratskhelia. Many questions, because Kvara is doing fantastic, new captain of Georgia. Kvaratskhelia with Paris Saint-Germain is performing in an incredible way. Then sometimes I feel he's kind of underrated, because maybe it's just the fact that he's playing at PSG, and sometimes the press, international press, is not giving value, but what Kvaratskhelia is doing at Paris Saint-Germain has been fantastic so far. And so there are many reports on Kvaratskhelia and Arsenal, again, in these days, during the international break. My understanding, guys, is that Kvaratskhelia at the moment is completely focused on Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain have no intention to come to the table and negotiate any transfer fee for Kvaratskhelia. PSG believe that Kvara is in fantastic form, is a fantastic player, a top professional, super serious. They love Kvaratskhelia. So they don't want Kvaratskhelia to leave this summer. Also because, don't forget that Paris Saint-Germain started enjoying Kvaratskhelia only in the last year or so. Kvaratskhelia seems he's at Paris Saint-Germain since a long time, but they signed him from Napoli in January 2025. So it was 13, 14 months ago, not long time. And so Paris Saint-Germain are quite clear on the situation. They want Kvaratskhelia to stay. They are not considering a sale. Then, if you ask me, are Arsenal going to sign a winger in the summer? My answer is still they will add something up front. We will see whether it's going to be a winger, a striker. We will see. But for sure, Arsenal will be busy up front in the summer. And not only up front. I expect an important summer for Arsenal because they have things to do at fullback position, midfield, up front. So for Arsenal will still be a very interesting summer after the excellent job they did in summer 2025. But for Kvaratskhelia, despite being, as a personal opinion, on the technical point of view, the perfect player for Arsenal at the moment, my understanding is that there is nothing really concrete into it. Final part on Barcelona, guys. On two names. The first one is Alejandro Baldé. Many questions. Can Baldé leave Barcelona in the summer? Look, the situation of Baldé is not that Barcelona are putting Baldé on the market. Barcelona and these agents are not going to offer Baldé to clubs. So that's not the case. Baldé is still an important part of Barcelona project. Then, if a proposal arrives, because some Premier League clubs are tracking Baldé, if a proposal arrives, and it's a big financial proposal, Barcelona could consider the possibility to explore this option to sell Baldé, also in terms of financial fair play, a player coming from their youth, so financially could be a big sale. But at the moment, Barcelona are not actively trying to sell Baldé. That's different. So if a big proposal arrives, we see. Otherwise, Barcelona are not putting Baldé on the market. And then there is Joao Cancelo. Joao Cancelo is on loan at Barcelona from Al Hilal. Joao Cancelo was really one step away from joining Inter. When Barcelona entered the race in January, Barca changed the plans and Cancelo only wanted to go to Barca. Barca are super happy with Cancelo. The attitude, the performances, the fact that he can play on the right, on the left, in several positions, doing very well, quality, assist. So Cancelo remains a very important player. We are not discovering Cancelo today, but sometimes when you come back from another league, it's different. But Cancelo's impact has been fantastic. So Barcelona have already started discussing with the agent of the player, Jorge Mendes, how to keep Joao Cancelo at the club. So the discussion has started. We have to understand the formula, the possibilities. We have to understand how Barcelona will try to make it work with Al Hilal. But for sure, Cancelo doesn't want to play for Al Hilal anymore, and Barcelona want to keep Cancelo. And so guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories. As always, here in the comments, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.